welcome back to the channel. Today we have a 82 Toyota pickup in the shop. It is on a Chevy 63s in the rear and some style of rears up front. Not exactly sure what springs they are up front, but it's got a tiny bit of lift, some 35s on it. Nice clean little simple truck, and we are going to make this thing do some changes, make this thing pretty rad. So right now it has a 22R in it, carbureted, and we are going to be putting a 3.4 in it. So we have some axles for it as well. So we've got a 3.4 here. It's a complete motor. We are going to end up stripping a lot of this down and doing a standalone setup on this. I know a lot of people have asked. I've been asked a lot about the standalone setup, so I'm gonna try my best to film it and film that process. This is a AX15 adapted to the 3.4, the R150 bell housing. So it has the 6-bolt pattern for an Atlas or things like that. This is going to get a Behemoth 4-to-1, the Apex case. So it won't be as long as a doubler setup, and should be, for this build, should be perfect. We also have a rear axle out of a 2nd gen 4Runner, so it's IFS width, with a 488 and a knee locker, and then a front axle out of an FJ60. So it's got the bigger ring gear as well as an E-locker and 488s. And the front of this is going to be 3-link. So we're going to use this axle to do a 3-link. This one will just be a quick, easy swap in the rear. And then we have a whole bunch of parts back here. I'll break this all down, but we have all the parts to build it. We still have to order a few things, but that's most of it. All right, so first up on this is going to be a teardown. Obviously, we have to pull this drivetrain out. So we'll be pulling the hood off, and then we'll pull the drivetrain out. This has the 22R with a manual trans to a dual case setup. So we pulled all that out, so that way we can get the 3.4 fit. Once the 3.4 is fit and mounted, then we can move on to starting the front suspension, but we're gonna have to work around the bigger and wider and taller motor. So we'll get the 3.4 in here first, and then once we get that in, we'll move on. Quick look underneath. It has a stock style mount system, so that's pretty easy. And then there is not a ton to clean up on the frame. We will end up moving the power steering cooler to the front. That way we don't have to run hoses all the way back here. But overall looks pretty nice, pretty straightforward. We're pretty much just going to pull drive shaft, strip everything out. So let's get to it. All right, we got both the drive shafts out. So now we can disconnect everything from the transmission and then start dropping the transfer cases and transmission. All right, we got the speedo disconnected and the wires. Now we just got to get the shifters pulled off. Once the shifters are off, we can unbolt everything and drop this out. All right, so everything's loose on the shifters. I decided to just pull it all from down here rather than going up in the cab and tearing the interior apart. So all that's removed right now, and so we're going to remove the transfer case first just to make it a little bit lighter and easier to get the transmission out. So we'll remove these bolts on the front case here and then pull the doubler setup off. All right, we got the doubler out. Now I can get the transmission ready to pull out. All right, we got the transmission removed. Now we just got to do a quick cleanup. We can put this thing back on the ground, start pulling the motor out. All right, so now I am ready to pull the engine. I did pull the downpipe and stuff off. So start by pulling the hood and draining the coolant, and then get everything unbolted, ready to pull. Just gonna throw it on time lapse because it's gonna take a minute. All right, we got the engine all pulled out, so that's pretty much all of the drivetrain. We're going to get all this loaded up in the truck and go put it somewhere for to use in a later project.